Weebta, for not giving our step-siblings money from our mom's life insurance policy? I, late 30s, have several older siblings and step-siblings. My mom married their dad when I was very young. Our dad passed several years ago, and my mom had early dementia. After, she lived with my two eldest siblings for 3.5 years. They were her primary caregivers. I and one other sibling live out of state but helped with her physical care when we could and also monetarily. When my siblings could no longer care for her at home, we struggled with the decision but moved her into a memory care home where she lived until her passing. When our dad passed, we liquidated their major assets and used for care costs. His possessions were divided, but many high-value tools etc. went to his children. We were all okay with that. We knew that my mom had taken out a term life insurance policy in the early 2000s, and thought it was $40,000 or $50,000. At that time she designated my dad as 40% beneficiary and her children as each 12%. We renewed the policy when the term was up. Her assets went quickly in the care center, since it was almost $7,000 a month. When she ran out of money, one sibling and I covered most of the rest with the others giving what they could afford. One step-sibling contributed a couple $100 at one time and the others did not respond and did not contribute at all. I believe they visited her once or twice near the very end and occasionally when she still lived at the houses, but never helped with her care. Here's where it gets tricky. The policy was much more than we expected. Since our dad had passed, his share was equally divided between each of the other beneficiaries, my siblings and I. We planned to pay everyone back for what they had contributed to her care and for the funeral and then divide the rest between us. We were going to give each step-sibling a lesser amount as well, but worried that it could cause discord if they found out they didn't get as much. So they wanted to keep it all between us. I pushed for equal split. They argue that the step-siblings did not help at all with her care, while the two oldest siblings spent years caring for her almost every single day with some help from the rest of us, and that she didn't put them as beneficiaries when she was very much in her right mind. I've argued that our dad would have wanted it equally split between all of us. He and my mom tried to be very fair and really did a lot for our step-siblings. So would we be the odds if we didn't give any money from her policy to our step-siblings?